What's up, YouTube? It's Angie, the Neon X, and I'm back. Very soon, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 will be officially announced, and things seem very interesting on that device. There have been leaks aplenty for weeks now. I haven't followed all of the leaks, but every now and then something would come across my Twitter feed or Instagram or Google, whatever the case is, and I would read about the specs or everything along those lines. It wasn't anything unexpected. It wasn't anything to blow my mind. It was exactly what I thought Samsung would do as an upgrade to the Z Fold 2. But just today, actually last night, something came across my feed that actually got me excited for the potential of this device. So, with this video, I just like to discuss what we will likely see from the Z Fold 3 and what I hope comes from the upcoming Galaxy Unpacked event 2021. With that said, this is what I'm into.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
So, I've been a user of the original Galaxy Fold since it came out, 2 years ago. It was actually the phone that inspired me to start this particular YouTube channel, and it's been my go-to media consumption device since then. I say media consumption because that's the main use of it for me. Ever since the Duo came out, the Duo has been my main overall device, and even that took a while to get there. I've always said that these foldables are almost secondary devices, and the easier to use, less complex, like S devices and iPhones, would probably be the primary devices. Personally, when the Z Fold 2 came out, I wasn't particularly excited. I did go to the Galaxy store. I played with a device. I saw all of the new software features, all the little upgrades it got over the original device, and I wasn't particularly moved. I know people say, "Oh, the outer screen is bigger, you can do more." Yeah, but it's also not as narrow, so the outer screen is no longer one-handed. And that was one of my favorite aspects of this one. It was the fact that closed, it was a small one-handed phone, very much like the iPhone 12 mini. I got this one because it's an iPhone, and I didn't want to be left out of the whole iPhone field. Everyone kept saying, get an iPhone for iMessage, I this, I that. So I said, you know what, I'll try the mini. It's small. I don't have a particularly small phone, so let's try it out. And I like being able to use these devices with one hand. And that was part of the draw to the original Fold, one-handed. Then the second Fold came out, you had to pretty much use two hands to reach around the screen of the phone. Even this one, you need to adjust a little bit. But with the Z Fold 2, it was even more so. So my whole issue was, if you have to use two hands to use your device, you might as well always use the device open. Because here you have to use two hands, but at least you have much more viewing space. So now they have announced the Z Fold 3. And the screen, from what I see, I mean, I don't remember the numbers for the Z Fold 2, but the front-facing screen is bigger still. The inner screen is bigger still. So for all intents and purpose, you have a much bigger tablet when you open up the device. Now, I'm all for the larger screen. Like I said, my Fold, this one is called the Z Fold. It was just called the Fold. So I still call the newer iterations Fold 2 and Fold 3. You see, be damned. I use this mostly to watch YouTube and movies. I use it very often with my controller here to play Xbox Game Pass and Stadia. As nice as the Duo is at being productive with its pen input and its dual screens, so you could check this while addressing that, this device is still the better device to consume media. Now the large screen is just better suited for it. It's just the way it is. Now you are able to use the multi-screen features. Like you can run two apps at once. See, it's software there it is. This here is hits the road, much like on my Duo. This here is hits the road. I have my maps and my music. Now the issue is, this hits the road on the Duo is way, well, to me, more usable than this hits the road on the Fold. Why? The Duo allowed me to switch it on its front, and I have a much larger viewing area that can be adjusted on its angle. I can fold it up, fold it down, and it's just easier to use in the car. Can this do it? Sure, but having two screens just made it easier to use than having one screen with the screen cut in half. And that's part of my issue with the first two Folds, at least when compared to the Duo. I liked having the large screen. I liked being able to run the various apps on those on the device. You can run three. Press it, sorry. And you can have things going. You can multitask, but I just find it easier on the Duo because both screens can run any two apps, whereas this one, certain apps just don't fit, so certain apps won't run in a multi-screen configuration. Now, with the Z Fold 3, I don't know how the software is going to work. I know that my original Fold is running the newest software that the Z Fold 2 is running. So I'm able to do all the camera perks, like the features to use your outer screen to view what the high-res lens is seeing. I mean, little things like that that the Duo 2 did, that the Z Fold 2 did get. The Z Fold 1 also got. So I wasn't really in a rush to jump on the newest version of the phone. But now, with all the leaks of the Z Fold 3 and me finally being able to look into them and read them and see them,
346 minutes later.
okay, so I had to pause the recording. So what was I saying? Right. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is being announced very soon. And though I wasn't overly interested in the announcement at first, a lot of the little pre-order bonuses that have been leaked caught my attention. One particularly so. Well, first off, they're really trying to push these phones. We've read that they'll be cheaper than the originals. The originals came out at $2,000 around there for the original Fold. The second one was around the same price, but technically more expensive because the first came with a case and the as of then Galaxy Buds. So this new one, if the leaks are to be believed, will start at around 1,700. I think it's actually 1,799, and that's $200 less than the first two. And along with that, their pre-order bonuses swing the pot even more. For the first time, you're able to trade in more than one device towards the cost of the Z Fold 3, and I think the Z Flip 3 or the Z Flip 2. I know there's been two Z Flips. One was the Z Flip 5G. Technically, that's not a Z Flip 2, but yeah. Towards both of their new foldable devices, you are allowed to trade in up to 2 of your current devices. So 2 phones, 2 tablets, a phone and a tablet, whatever the case may be, towards the cost of the Z Fold and the Z Flip. Also, they are giving you up to $100 more for that trade. So whatever the cost of your trade-in devices are, it'll be that much more as long as you pre-order the device. So let's say you are giving in the original Galaxy Fold. I think that was around $800, at least last year for the Z Fold 2. If you gave in a original Galaxy Fold, they would have given you $800 off. So now you're looking at $900 off, which drops the Z Fold 3, if the trade-in prices are around the same, to under $1,000. Well, maybe right around $1,000, which is really good for such a high-end device. Even more than the dual device and the extra trade-in bonus, they are also giving you a free year of the Samsung Plus Care. So if anything happens to the device within that year, they'll cover it, whether it's to fix it or send you a new one. Now, before this Samsung Care package, I don't know how much it did cost. I think it was around $60 a year. I think I read that somewhere. That number is coming to me. But you also get that free, which, you know, peace of mind is priceless, and they give that to you at least for a year of having these devices. You won't have to worry too much about what happens to them, because as long as you know you didn't do something on purpose to completely destroy the device, Samsung should be able to fix or replace it for you for little to nothing out of your pocket. Now, all of that's good and great, and you know, I did like reading what Samsung was offering, but none of it really swayed me towards even thinking about getting a Z Fold 3, because to me it was just more of the same. Yes, it would have been a better processor, or it would have been a better screen, it would be running the new version of Samsung One UI, but all of those things would also be coming to the first two Z Fold devices in some form or fashion. So I wasn't, you know, like I said, swayed to get the Z Fold 3. What moved me to reserve one? Well, let me not even say that. I did reserve one just because they pretty much asked me to. I went on the site, it was there, I said, why not? I do have some older devices that I could use to get the price down, and if it's not for me, I just give it back. But what actually got me excited about the device was when they confirmed that there is an S Pen specifically designed to work with the Z Fold 3, and that if you pre-order the device, you will get what they call the Note Pack. And the Note Pack consists of the specialized S Pen for the Z Fold 3, a magnetic case to go on the phone to hold the S Pen in a silo, and a quick charge or super fast charging brick. Now they say that this combination, if you were to buy it outside of the pre-order, would cost you around $89. So let's just say $100. So the case is maybe $20-30. The pen $60. Actually, probably less, because I'm sure the quick charge is around $25 to $30. So let's say everything is around $25 to $30. They're giving you that Note Pack for free. Now, to me, it's exciting because I was always a Galaxy Note fan. The Note line from Samsung and the V line from LG were always my favorite Android devices. Now, when they said they were going to cancel the Note line, I was sad, because the Note 10 and the Note 9, 10, and 20 just didn't do it for me. The Note 8 was the last Note that I bought, and to me it was the is-all end-all of the Note line, because the Note 9 just wasn't enough of a change from the Note 8 to warrant me to make the purchase. And then the Note 10 and the Note 20 to me was Samsung not giving the consumer what they deserve with the Note line. The Notes were once the, again, is-all end-all of Android smartphones. They were the best at everything. They had every feature under the sun stuffed into those devices. If you wanted the best Android had to offer you, you got a Note. Starting with the Note 10, they began to pull things away from the Note line, and for what they were charging, you were actually getting less phone for more money. And personally, I wasn't with that. My Note 8 worked great. My Note 8 still works great to this day. I don't use it much, if at all. Man, I did turn it on the other day. There were some apps and passwords saved on that device that weren't on my other device, where I did have to do some transfers. But my Note 8, after all these years, has no issues whatsoever. So I wasn't keen on moving to another Note that wasn't going to be at least as good to me as the Note 8. Then when they said they were going to discontinue the Note line, which to me made sense, I was saddened, but I understood. But now, the Z Fold 3 seems to have taken the place of the Note line, and in all truth, it is the logical evolution of the Note line. The Note was always about taking notes and having it all in one device. It had the great S Pen. It was great to write with, to draw with. It was a great overall experience. The only thing that they could do to really improve the Note line was to give you a bigger canvas to actually take those notes on. And the Note wasn't able to do that. I mean, as big as they can make the Note 10 and the Note 20, it would never be as good as having a tablet to actually draw on. And though they had the Note tablets, I don't remember what Samsung called them, but they did have a line of tablets that came with their own S Pen. You cannot fit that in your pocket like the Note line. So the only logical step would be to somehow combine the Note tablets with the Note phone and give the consumer an even better Note experience. And that's what they had, or that's what they are seemingly doing with the Z Fold 3. It can close up to be the size of a regular Note device. I mean, I don't know how big the Z Fold 3 is. I know I've read the numbers, I've seen them all, but seeing the numbers, I'm not able to visualize the actual size of the device. But the Z Fold 3 seems to be the next evolution of the Note line, and that is what caught my interest. I had read that it might be S Pen compatible, but nothing was verified until just today when I saw the pen. I saw the casing for the pen, and with all the leaks, I've seen the device itself, and there's video of it, of the pen, of the phones, and it's a really exciting package. So though there are a few foldables coming, namely the Z Flip 3, the Z Fold 3, and the Duo 2 around the corner, I am really interested in using the Z Fold 3. And that is because as much as I love the original Fold, here it is, I always felt it was missing the S Pen component. And now that the Z Fold 3 not only has the S Pen, it also, from what I've read, rectifies all the other issues people had with the original two, like no waterproofing. From what I've read, the Z Fold 3 is IP60 whatever, I don't know the exact number, I know it was there, but yeah, you can get it wet. It is splash proof, waterproof to whatever extent. They have the new Gorilla Glass, so the outer screen, as large as it is, should be able to take a drop, take a hit on the inner display. They have the thin glass. I assume it's a bit thicker now so that you can actually write on it with the S Pen, because the first two devices to use an S Pen would have damaged the inner display. So it took 3 generations, but it seems Samsung has found a way to limit the damage, or to nullify the damage all together on the folding display. Both screens will have 120 Hz refresh rate. So, you know, all the bells and whistles, all the perks that were missing from the first two devices, they seem to have found a way to put them all into this Z Fold 3. And that makes the Z Fold 3 a lot like what the Note line was. Everything that Samsung could do, they did do, and they put it in this device. They have a behind the screen front facing camera, so no more notch, no more hole punch. The camera is behind the screen. What the quality of those selfies will be, I have no idea, but it's a new tech that only a handful of phones that aren't even available in the US have. I think there's maybe 2 phones, maybe 3. So, you know, it's interesting, and at the price point that they are supposedly going to sell the phone for, $200 less than the predecessors. That's saying a lot. That's saying Samsung really wants to push the foldable phones to the forefront. And that's what I've been asking for and saying for since I got my first foldable, that foldables are the future of mobile devices. They need to come down in price, and they will come down in price once the technology becomes more commonplace. And it seems we are around that point now. We are there where they can sell the Z Flip, the third, or the Z Flip 3, the third iteration of the Z Flip line, for what, $500 to $700 less than the first one. I had the first one and I loved the device. I gave it in when the pandemic happened. I couldn't afford all these different phones at that time, but I always did want it back. It was a great little show-off device because that's pretty much what it was. And I always said I would get the device back when I had a chance. Now that probably won't happen because now the Z Flip 3 is out. And compared to the Z Flip 5G and the original Z Flip, it's just an overall better device. It has a larger screen on the front. It has 120 Hz refresh rate on the inside. It's still 5G. It has the newest Snapdragon chip. I don't know if it's S Pen compatible. That would be amazing. Not fold, but a note that you could actually fold over like a little booklet. That would be cool. But yeah, I am thoroughly excited about what Samsung is going to show at their Unpacked event. My reservation is all ready in. I don't even know what I'll be getting technically, because yes, there have been leaks, but not all leaks are correct. But I guess we'll see when the time comes. And if the Z Fold 3 does turn out to be the next iteration of the Note line, I will be very happy, and I will definitely be there to experience the device. Well, with that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Galaxy Z Flip 3. This is what I'm into.